Hello. I just got out of the shower and I need a haircut, don't I? So, yeah, just someone posted a video just talking about how they feel lonely with their tinnitus. And I know sometimes, like, people don't understand, and there's no one can hear what you hear to know what it's like, including me. And you can't hear my tinnitus. I only hear it. But I I know that at times it can be challenging, and there's all kinds of different ways to face challenges. One thing I do know sometimes when I'm especially having a tough time is it won't stay like that. It's easy to be like where you just get down about it, and then it's like, oh my God, I'm gonna feel down like this all the time. But don't say that. Don't say that because it's not true. And if you can just grin and bear it a little bit, you'll get past it a little faster. But I sometimes have the same thing. The tinnitus, it's a little bit of an aggravation for me sometimes, but it's not. It doesn't make me sad, and I know that it's up to me to decide what I want to, that I want to be happy, and that it's my job to create a beautiful life for me and for those people around me, and it's not just important to me, but it's important to the people around me. And I still want to make a positive contribution to the people that I come in touch with. I think that's good English. Come in touch with, yeah. So it's important to keep the spirit alive, and that there's still good things to come in the future. Um, and spending time thinking about what you're going to do in the future and visualizing that it can be very effective. I can tell you some things I've thought about. I've studied Chinese for like 8 years, and I still haven't been to China. I think right now it's about $20,000 a ticket, and I'd have to stay in a hotel room for 2 weeks. So I'm not going to go now, but I'm going to go to China because I studied a long time, and there's some beautiful places I want to go see there, Shanghai and Hong Kong, and some places out in the country with the beautiful mountains and scenery. So I want to go to China. So I like to think about that. And also I've got some programmers that have been working for me, and they live in Ukraine, and they've been hit by the war, and they've been working for me for over 10 years, and I've never seen them in person before. I want to go to Ukraine and see them. I can't wait till the war is over, and I can go there and meet them, or maybe I can help them to come and see me. But right now, they actually don't want to come; they want to stay, so that's okay. And you know, uh, I've been dancing for a long time, and I've helped a lot of people to learn how to dance. I want to keep teaching more people how to dance, and you know, I look forward to doing that, in my own way. So these are just some goals I've got, but you see how I just get thinking about these things and visualizing them and spending more time thinking about what I'm becoming versus some ailment that I have. There's lots of people, that have worse situations than we do, and they are doing some wonderful things in their life, aren't they? So we're us tinnitus warriors, are perfectly capable of doing wonderful things. Um, so even when things are tough, you know, try to grab hold of that a little bit, of what visualize what you can do in the future, and know that it's coming, that you can get a portion of that you're looking for, and do some great things. Maybe it'll help you get through the tough time that maybe you're experiencing. But I also know that, I mean, I'm getting more used to just not turning on anything in the room. um, I did the last couple of days. I found myself a little bit in a bad mood. I can't be Mr. Positive every day. So when I start feeling that, I got to get back to the basics. What am I thinking, and how can I change it so I can, get back in a good spot? as soon as possible. Um, Sometimes I think we torture ourselves, don't we? We sit there and we force ourselves to. Oh no, I've got to think about the tinnitus. I've got to think about the sound. It's so important that I solve it, and it's so terrible that it happened. And these repetitive thoughts are just not doing us any good. So, uh, yeah, I've done so many videos about refocusing the attention on other things, but I guess today I'm just trying to talk about imagining the future, and the best is yet to come. I like that, and I'm in. I see something like my job is to create a beautiful life for myself and others. My job is to create a beautiful life for myself and others, and the best is yet to come. Um, I don't have to know all the details. I just have to know that I'm moving in that direction and the good things are coming, and whatever steps I have to go through to get there, I'm going to take them and I'm going to figure it out. I know that I've had some great days um, where I was happy and I wasn't thinking about the tinnitus and I was so involved in what I was doing. I think for me, I love, sometimes when there's some new things some new challenges that I have to do, and hopefully fun things, fun challenges, I get really wrapped up in those things. So it's important for me to keep planning some new things each day. So this is maybe point number two. First, imagine the future. And then point number two is just changing things a bit. So if you're kind of getting in a rut, maybe you could do that exercise that you hadn't done in a while and go do that again. Or maybe you can just decide to go to a different restaurant. Maybe you haven't been to the library in a while. Maybe there's a friend you haven't seen in a while. Maybe there's some activity like bowling or skiing or dancing or karaoke or playing chess. I don't know. That you have, either you haven't done in a while or you've never done and you always thought it might be nice to do it. So go do it. but just something to bring a change to whatever this pattern you're in now. To just try something else where your brain, because the brain likes to calculate and think, and when you don't give it much stimulus and it's just left to its own devices, it'll be like, there's the tinnitus, there's that pain in my foot. So, and if you leave it just doing that, that's no good. So you got to give it some new stimulus. And you catch yourself like, oh, I'm just sitting there staring at the phone and researching Google about tinnitus maybe, or and thinking about how terrible this is. See, that's no way to be. So you just got to keep trying to refocus it, and you'll get better at it. I've gotten better at it, but I still go backwards sometimes, and I have to be like, come on, it's my job to create a beautiful life for myself and others. The best is yet to come. I've got beautiful things I'm planning, and I'm going to get there, and I'm going to start working on the steps right now. So maybe there's something you can do right now that you might enjoy doing, or it might help you to improve in some way. Do some stretching. Write it in a notebook. Plan your day for tomorrow or for today. One habit I don't do it now. I probably should. Write down a good thing you did every day. That's a pretty cool thing to do. Write down a good thing you did every day, because what you do is you keep telling yourself that you're doing good things, and they start adding up. See, I did this good thing, and I did this good thing, and I did this good thing. Give yourself credit, and then because I have to admit, I've done some pretty good things. And just another way to get your thoughts on something. So maybe this is something I haven't mentioned before. Get a good things notebook or a sheet of paper, and every day write at least one good thing you did, and then look at it. And then, maybe you'll go back and repeat the good thing you did before and do it again. But don't have a bad things notebook. And get some good things. So, okay, that's about all I got. I needed this pep talk for myself too, because I had a little bit of a tough time today, but I'm okay. So, okay, I'll see you next time.